Say you want to go attend an exhibit, and if it's your first time, you might be a little bit nervous. Don't. It's for public viewing, and public includes you. It's an invitation. But there are some things you need to know to maximize your visit to the exhibit, especially during these times when our travels, our ins and outs are very limited. We need to be very selective in where we go. So let's say you want to attend this particular exhibit. By the way, this is not an endorsement, okay? I'm not affiliated with Fundación Sanso, with Gallery Joaquin, or to Darwin Guevara. So if we are interested, what are the things that we need to do? It's not as simple as just going there and look and take pictures. First of all, you have to find out what the exhibit is all about. It is not just looking at paintings, pretty paintings or sculptures. What is the theme of the exhibit? So you have to go to the Facebook page of the artist, the organization, the gallery. Okay, what is it about? In this case, it's about Sanso and Darwin Guevara. Sanso is one of our revered artists, and in the 50s, he sketched these and this one. And more than 50 years later, Darwin Guevara kind of updates Sanso's work. It's kind of like his tribute to Sanso. So now that we're interested, at least I am interested, you can go to their Facebook pages or websites to see what are the other paintings or if there are sculptures to help us decide if it's really worth going physically, not just enjoy an online exhibition. Then we can do research on Darwin Guevara, especially if we're not familiar with him or his works. This will help us again to decide if it's really worth going physically. So it says here he's been active as an artist while he was employed in digital production work. Through his exhibitions and art-related activities, he was awarded the Shika Manal New Signature and Young Artist Grand Prize Award in 2008. So he's been doing this for a long time and shortlisted for the Sony World Photography Portrait category. He also commissioned projects for the Dubai Arts and Culture Authority. So this is somebody who is exposed to the international art scene. So this should be exciting. If we're not already convinced with the works that we've seen, we can take a look at his previous works to help us judge if we want to see more of his works. Doing further research, we find out that Darwin Guevara is not new to this kind of theme. He's done this before 2 years ago. So it gives me the impression that he knows what he's doing, so I'm very much interested. And we can also do research about the organizers. What are the type of artworks they display? Okay, so now that we decided, okay, we want to go to that exhibit during pre-pandemic times, we can just go. That's it. But during these times, there can be no walk-ins. So you have to secure an appointment. And then you have to find out what are their rules and regulations. Obviously, no food and drinks are allowed. If you're planning to go to take pictures, take selfies, you have to find out if photographs or taking videos are allowed. Definitely flash photography would not be allowed. And no backpacks, especially when there's a sculpture in the exhibit, so you don't, accidentally become an instant owner of a broken sculpture worth 300,000. And even though they may allow you to take pictures, some may not allow you to do selfies. So ask. And if you're planning to bring a professional camera, some galleries will not allow that. And you have to remember your good manners, okay? When you go there, and let's just say that not only you don't like it, but you hate it, don't say out loud, "Ang pangat naman nito." Mind your manners. Don't let the people, the gallery staff, hear you. You don't know if the artist will be there. So now that we decided to go to the exhibit physically, be ready for full enjoyment. Let the artwork speak to us, reveal itself to us. And during these pandemic times where our sources of entertainment are very limited, galleries will do. Now, when we go to the exhibit, don't just look at the picture as a whole like that. Of course, that's the first thing you will do. But don't stop there. Look at the details, study the details. You will find things that at first glance you'd miss, definitely, especially if you're just going to breeze through all the paintings. No, something like this. You cannot just look at it for 2 seconds or 5 seconds, which is usually how we spend time with a painting. Painting like this with a lot of details, rich in details, you take a look at its elements carefully. Maybe when you first look at it, you might not notice that there's a bicycle seat there. We are seeing a bicycle mode of transportation, but when we zoom in on a particular portion, I'm seeing four guys in a sauna, in a jacuzzi. And now it makes painting fun. When we look at the picture as a whole, the squares here, they look like they're just decorations. But when we zoom in on it, it takes a different meaning. It reminds me actually of Malevich. And if you're going to take pictures, obviously you're going to take pictures. Don't just take a picture of the painting as a whole. This is what I always do. I take pictures in grids, one portion at a time, so I can go home and study the details later. Because as much as I want to spend my whole day at the gallery, it is embarrassing, and I have other things to do. So when I decide, okay, I think I will like this, I like it so much, I want to bring it home with me, I check out how much the price is online. So it's not going to be embarrassing if I find out that, oh my goodness, it's more than 6 digits, it's way beyond my budget. But if it is within my budget, I can be excited and go to the gallery and be ready to buy. I'd be more confident actually going to the gallery knowing that I have the purchasing power to buy. But you're not obligated to buy. You're just obligated to enjoy it. And feel free to enjoy it because it's free. During these times where our sources of entertainment are limited and our financial capability is very constrained, free is good. It's good for mental health. Art is good. Art is essential.